Hello everyone, I've been quite ill I'm still ill, but I promised you guys Friday I'd give you an update. I didn't want to flake out again and be that person. Yes, I'm doing this while my baby is awake, so he is loud. I've got some sort of what I can only describe as a holy light happening down here. I don't know, my lights are somehow letting beams out. See, it's not real, it's like it's a hologram, kind of. Okay, so first thing I'm working on is what I showed you last week, which was this baby blanket. We have managed to make it up to the 6th stripe. I've got one more row to go and then I'll be putting my navy on again. So we're nearly on stripe number 7 from 5. This is going to be my main priority over the next couple of weeks. So every waking moment I can get, I'm going to be working on this the most because the lady wants it pretty soon, basically. But I've got to try and dedicate more time to it. So I've programmed myself in like a little rota then, I guess, of sorts. So I'm going to try and stay up late some nights, use nap time effectively. So most of the time I'm going to be working on this and other projects. But this is going to be my main one, if not the only one, to be fair, so there's not going to be much to report next week to you, not really. Taking inspiration from that, striped idea, I've started making some stuff, hopefully, to put in my Etsy store. I'm just going to try and make as much as I can, because one of my goals I want to put is making 10 listings in a month. We're making a little cushion, like a little tiny pillow. So this is the front of it. I think it will look better once it's, complete, Like, on the needles, it always does look a bit weird, I think. When I was, looking for nursery themes, I wanted to do a beach theme. There's barely anything out there on the market for beach-themed items to go in a nursery, or a room of your choosing, I guess. You could have a conservatory and have a nice little beach theme going on in there. That'd be lovely, actually, thinking about it. But that's also something I've started. That probably is not going to even be remotely a priority for a long time, because I've got to get that blanket done. Once that's done, then I'm going to start working on things for my shop. Okay, a project I didn't show off last week was my husband's Hexie cardigan. We finally have another half to that cardigan. So we now have a complete cardigan. I've now just got to work on sleeve length, body length, and width in the back if it's needed. But my husband, although he's an extra large, it's mostly for height for him. So we've got this half of the cardigan that I can show you. So that's basically what it's going to look like. So that's what I'm going to be working on. This is probably going to be the next thing I will work on after I've done the baby blanket. Last week with the purses, they haven't changed. I have stored them away in my little drawers. They're still as they were. It's just as simple as sewing the sides up and putting a button on. And I don't want to overload myself too much because I have a tendency to do that, but I'm trying to keep it so it's kept. I've also been working on some Christmas puddings. It's an idea. I don't think I'm going to get any Christmas stuff done this year. I have been experimenting. So I have got a little Christmas pudding here that you can see. I haven't added any little berries yet, but I will do that at some point. It's just as simple as making 2 little red balls. Yeah, sorry, I am posting this on Tuesday. By the time I finished editing it, I was laying in bed. It was 9 PM and I was like, no, it's not going to get posted today. I'll post it tomorrow. But enjoy. And if you fancy popping Mummy a subscribe, I'll be eternally grateful.